Hi all you YouTubers. First off, I want to correct a mistake that I made yesterday on the first part or the second part of the videos. I made 3 parts yesterday. When I referenced what Apmex did or did not do, I said that it was to Coins Unwrapped. That was a mistake. I should have not said that. What I meant is what Apmex did or did not do was to Stillkeepin1 about the fact that he sent him money, almost $1,000, and did not receive what he ordered. There was a substitute United States Post Office delivery lady that delivered the package to his house on that Saturday, and she forged his name, and that's one of the reasons that he has not received his package, is because Apmex says that that's his signature on there. And anyway, whatever happened after that, that's between Stillkeepin1 and Apmex and the post office. I just wanted to correct the mistake that I made about mentioning that Coins Unwrapped was involved in that. He was not. And I'm sorry for the mistake I made. Now, back to part 4 of the videos that we started yesterday. As you all know, I found 5 1964 half dollars yesterday that are 90% silver. I am still trying to decide whether to keep them or to turn them in for whatever I can get out of them. I found a bunch of quarters yesterday that was 40% silver. So I got to decide, I got to go through them yet and decide what I'm going to do with those. Some of the quarters that were after 1970 and were less than perfect condition were returned to the bank. Just like this one. Who would want to say that? I don't know. I'm having a hard time with my small screen on my camera telling if everything's in focus. So if everything's not in focus, I'm sorry. Anyway, I'll try to clarify some of the stuff. There's a 1965 quarter that is 40% silver. I'll put that with the pile of stuff that I kept yesterday. As I mentioned yesterday, you guys, there's a lot of coin errors that you need to be looking for. Coins that are off center. Dates that are, you know, either partially smashed or partially missing. Letters in Liberty. Now see, this one's 1967 also, and that's 40% silver, but that coin is in bad condition, so for now it'll go in the other pile. So when you guys are going through your coins looking for errors, you need to have at least a 7 to 10 power magnifying glass or stronger to see some of these errors. Some of them you can see just with the naked eye. Let me see here if I can find it. In one of the rolls that I got yesterday, and if you was watching yesterday when I was going through my rolls, I got, in one of the rolls of quarters, I got a nickel and 2 dimes. This nickel is a 1952. Now I hope you can see it, but it is very good condition and clean for being 1952. So that I am going to keep. There's the back side. One thing I didn't say yesterday, and I should have, I know it was hard to see what coins I was working with. At the start on video 3 part 1, I started with the $50 and went through 4 rolls, and then sorry, and then I went on through the quarters. This dime, let me make sure which one I'm talking about. I hope you can see it clear enough. This dime is off center. It's narrow on this side and wide on this side. It's in very good condition. It's a 1993 Philadelphia. The more off center a coin is, the more it's worth. Now this is only, I'm guessing, 5 to 10% off center, so it's not gonna make much difference in value, but that's just one of the things you need to watch for, is coins that are off center. This other coin, the other dime that I got yesterday, I don't see anything wrong with it. It's also a 1977 Philadelphia. It's worn a lot more. Of course, it's older. But I don't see anything on wrong with it. So I'm going to put these back over here because I want to keep them, or at least the two of them anyway. Again, I'm sorry about that mistake I made. I should have been looking at my facts a little bit better. Also, if you guys didn't see, you know, the earlier videos, I talked about CoinKeeper on how her account had been hacked on Google, and they wiped out got a frog in my throat. They completely deleted her website. Here's a 1965 quarter. They completely deleted her website. She lost all her subscribers. She lost all her videos. She's trying to get some of the videos back up, but there's a lot she don't have. Some of them she's trying to do over again. But yesterday, the subscriber count that she had was 416. She had, I believe, over 1,000 subscribers. If you were signed up at her website, another 40%er. If you were subscribed to her website and have not resubscribed, please go to her website and resubscribe. I left the link in the description on video 3 part 1 that I did yesterday, so you can go there and get the link to her website. Also, you can go to Coins Unwrapped. He has a link to her website on his site. So, you know, she had a lot of contests. She gave you a lot of prizes away. Go to her website, give her you know, view her videos. Please like, comment, and if you like what she's got, subscribe. All you guys that was subscribed before, if you still want to be on her site, please go and resubscribe to her. I've been on her website. I've subscribed to her again. She knows who I am. Says an 85 or a 65. That's an 85. So, enough with that. Let's go on to the next pile of quarters. But yesterday I had 5 1964 silver dollars in 2 rolls of half dollars. Now, 1964 half dollars, that's 90% silver. And let me see here. I'll just show you the difference between there. See the difference between a 90% silver, and a regular $half. See the white on the edge? This one is 1964. Now I've cleaned the dirt off of it, so it's a lot cleaner than it was yesterday. But you can see the difference. This one here is a 1990. This is a 1964. So, you know, when you open a roll and you look at the sides of a coin, you know, that stands out. And a lot of them, you know, a lot of them are dirty. Even if you see one that's real dirty and all the rest of them are copper colored, pay particular attention to those, because like I said, this is 90% silver, the 64 and before. The 65 to 69 are 40% silver. So JB Coins Incorporated, you can go to his website. He talks a lot about error coins, what to look for, and he gets into a lot of different stuff. And then he explains, you know, he's into error coins a lot more than I am. Some of the pennies, you know, when they changed from copper to zinc, you know, there was one year, and I'm sorry if I'm not up on my pennies like I should be, either 82, I believe it's 82, there was several different coins of 82 pennies made in that one year. They switched from copper to zinc, and some of them, the only way you can tell which is copper and which is zinc is you have to have a scale that weighs in grams. So if you don't have a scale that weighs in grams and you want to, you know, I would like to have, you know, if I was lucky enough, I would like to have some of each of the different variations of the penny for that year. If I don't invest in a scale that weighs in grams, I'm never going to be lucky enough to know which is which. Let's see, what else do I have to say? It's not very often that I have this much money to spend on coins. I've had a lot of money problems. I'm still having a lot of money problems making ends meet each month. But I'm not asking for money. I don't want nobody sending me money. What happened, my stepmother and my dad, let's see, I think my stepfather, he just turned 79. And he's not in the greatest of shape. My stepmother is in the early 80s. And she's not in the greatest of shape. Both of them have rotator cuff damage on their shoulders that cannot be repaired. They both had good jobs when they was working, so they've got some money set aside. So us children of the family, you know, they ask for help, and we go up there and help them whenever they need money, and they pay us real good. You know, the amount of money that they gave me the other day, I went up there and I worked half the day, 3/4 of the day, and I never asked for any money. They just handed me money, and I asked them how much it was because I wasn't going to stand there and count it. And when she told me the amount, I said what I did that day was not worth what they give me. But anyway, they told me to keep it, and I did. I'm gonna after I get done with these coins, any of them that I decide not to keep, which will be most of them, will go back to the bank. I'm going to roll them back up when I'm done here. After I've checked them for errors, I'll take them back to the bank and put them back in the checking account, and the money will get used to pay bills. And I need a new floor in here. I thought that I was moving to West Virginia, Fairmont, West Virginia, where my wife's family is, and that fell through. So now I tore my carpet up because it was badly stained and I didn't think it could be cleaned. And I thought there was vinyl flooring underneath of it. Well, I was cutting it up in strips, and when I got 2 foot of it tore up, I found out the vinyl flooring didn't go as far as I thought it did. So now I got a living room with just a subfloor. Also, I live in a mobile home. Also, I had a hole in the wall in my hallway, and I was pulling pieces out of the wall to fix the hole, and I looked at the back of the one piece, and it had black mold on it. When you're working with mold people, don't do what I did. You know, I put on gloves, I put on a mask. And my camera just shut off. It shuts off every so many minutes. I had a face mask over my mouth and my nose so I wouldn't breathe in any of the dust. I had a fan going, blowing air past me and out the door. Mold is very dangerous stuff, depending on what kind it is, and there's all different kinds. If you don't know what you're doing, hire a professional. You don't want mold all through your house. You don't want to be breathing it in. It's really bad for young children or sick people that have lung problems. I called the health department in the city I live in, and she told me who to talk to. I called the guy that specializes in mold. he said tear out, well, I had already tore out 2 sections of drywall, and I knew where the mold was coming from. There was a decorative octagon window in my hallway. It does not open. It's just, you can look at it, you know, octagon, it's 8-sided, but it don't open. On the bottom board, you could see it was all stained and dark. So I ripped out 2 sheets of drywall. I put them in plastic bags and set them out for the trash guy. The mold guy that I talked to, he said it was okay to set them out with the trash. The insulation that the mold was on, he said any insulation that has mold on it, which in my case was black, he says that has to be thrown away. The wood that has mold on it, bleach alone will not kill the mold. It only kills the mold on the surface. He told me to mix up a mixture of water and hydrogen peroxide. A few ounces of hydrogen peroxide against a few ounces of water and put it in a spray bottle. He said it should, you know, foam up. I sprayed and sprayed and I didn't see any foam. So I just went and got a whole big bottle of peroxide and I started dumping it all over the place. And I pulled up carpet that was in the hallway, and he said the carpet you can clean. He said the padding underneath the carpet, that has to be thrown away. You cannot clean mold out of your padding. So that padding I ripped up and put in trash and threw away. So I got to buy a new padding. But on the floor, ever since I lived here, when I walked down the hall, you know, it felt like you was walking up on another board and then down off of it. So what it was in my hallway, there's one board that ends and there's another board that begins on the floor. And that water had got down there, and since my floor is made out of particle board, the particle board swelled up. And that's why I was feeling 2 different boards. He said when you do any sanding, always keep the wood wet. You don't want no dust when you're sanding where there's mold at. So I took sandpaper and I put it in a vibrating sander, and the floor, I kept the floor wet, and I got them 2 joints, you know, fairly down flat. Any, you know, mold that was on the floor or on boards, you know, I poured the peroxide full strength on it and I just let it there until it dried up and the bubbles was gone, and then I poured some more on. And you know, then after it was all done, I just sanded up, make it look good. I put new insulation in the wall, I put new drywall on the wall, nailed it down, screwed it down, and I got drywall compound and all the cracks and everything, and I haven't painted yet. But anyway, I'm sorry to make my video so long. One thing that I want to go over, in 1976 Maslin issued some commemorative coins to pay for the building of Duncan Plaza and war memorials. I have 3 of them. I don't remember what I paid. I have no idea on the value. But I'm going to give one to a friend. I'm going to keep one, and I'm going to sell one. So anybody that wants to buy one, send me a message through Coins for Dennis. This coin is in perfect condition. It's never been out of the case. It's got no scratches, no marks, no nothing. Let me get to the back side, show you. Now I'll read this to you. Maslin celebrates the founding on our nation. The founding on our nation's 200th anniversary. That's what it says on the back. I'm sorry, my reading in school was not one of the best. On the front side, it says Maslin, Ohio's sesquicentennial, 1826 to 1776, our nation's bicentennial. This was issued in 1976 for Duncan Plaza. If you were to go there today, you would see war memorials. If you request them, I've taken pictures of the plaza. It looks a little bit different right now. There's no stores there. Our police department is there. The courthouse is there. There's some administration buildings there, but that's it. There's some gardens and some war memorials and different things. It takes up, the war memorials take up the whole block, but there's some plaques. So I've got some pictures of it if you would like. I've got one of these for sale. Like I said, I've got 3 of them. I'm keeping one. I'm going to give one to a friend, and the other one was for sale. So hopefully somebody can offer me a good price for it. It came in this case, and it's going to be sold in this case. I have no other literature that came with it where it was dated or certified or anything else. So if you would like to buy it or talk to me about it, send me a message. Sometimes messages on my Coins for Dennis channel don't get to me too soon, so very soon, so it might take a few days or a week or more till I get back to you, but don't worry about it. If you send me a message, I will see it. I've gone through everything that I've got from the bank. I'm going to check for more quarters to see if there's any 40%ers or 90%ers that I've missed. I'm going to look for some air coins. I'm going to look for some coins to see if I want to put them in my collection. But this is the end of the video. I hope all you guys liked what I've showed you. If everything was out of focus, let me know. Next time I'm going to try and get patch wire so I can hook my screen from a camera to my laptop so I can tell what you guys are seeing. Please like, comment on what you've seen. This will be part 4 or part 5 total. I'm not sure. I have to look at the time limits. But this is Coins for Dennis, episode number 4. I thank you guys for staying with me as long as it's been. I don't do many videos, and I'm sorry for that, but it's not very often that I get, enough money to do this. So, thank you. This is Coins for Dennis, saying goodbye to all you ladies and gentlemen, and I know there's some kids out there that collect coins. So, thank you for taking the time to watch my videos, and goodbye all you good YouTubers.